Hi guys, this is Alex, assistant to Mike Lane. Welcome to the oldest system on the planets from the backside. I think you're going to be really pleased with what we have here for you, and I want to give you a quick orientation to what this section contains and all the things that you have access to. So when you first sign on, you're going to be coming to this page, which is an introduction to the backside, and it tells you about how to approach from the backside, and I think you're going to want to read through all of this page. I know it's kind of long, but believe me, take a look at this and this will help you out greatly. It will help you in determining the two most important things, and that is how to narrow your selections so that your selections are skewed towards the winners. And secondly, it will show you how important it is to manage your money. And we have some direct links that take you directly to those pages. There is a frequently asked questions page which will answer a lot of your questions. I really think that you ought to take a look at that page. Here it is. It tells you a lot of the questions that you have, how we determine the selections that we give you, and a lot of other good stuff. Let me go back to the introduction page. Now, another section that I think you ought to take a look at is learning how the OSOP works. So when you go to this is essentially everything that is in the OSOP ebook and all the videos that are located here. So when you get here, the two most important pages, if you don't want to go through all the videos, is to go through at least this video, which is the OSOP example. And what this video will do is it will show you the basics of how the selection system works. Now granted, when you are a member of the backside, you will not need to analyze racing forms as Mike shows you in this video, but I think it's very important for you to know how the system works. Just like if you were running your own business, one of the first things that you would do is learn as much as you could about the business, right? So with the same analogy, we think it's very important for you to learn as much as you can about how the system works. And by seeing this OSOP example, you're going to get a really good feel for how the system works and how the analysis works. I also highly recommend that you go through this ebook. It summarizes basically all these various videos and also has links to the videos so that you can take a look and look at all the videos that are important for you. Now let's go back to the introduction page, and by the way, you can use this navigation bar to go through all the different sections of the backside. The first one is the intro page, which brings you to the page that we were at the beginning. And let me just go through this a little bit further. It's very important that you watch the money management videos. The money management videos are located here under the training videos, under money management spreadsheet. This is definitely something that you should go through. Mike takes you through the spreadsheets and the money management system that he used for years. There's also a second money management video which is located here, and you ought to take a look at that as well. There are no professionals in this business that don't have a similar money management system. You just cannot be successful long term without such a system. So let me go back again to the introduction. So I've gone through here some of the frequently asked questions, how to use the system, the money management videos. Mike talks a little bit here about how he selects the horse picks and what you need to do. Here's where you come in and what your role should be. How to decide what tracks to bet on. And from the backside, you're going to be given essentially all the horses on all the races that occur every day in North America. So that's a lot of races and that's a lot of horses. Question is, how do you decide which tracks to bet on? So this section is really important for you to read. It will help you narrow down your selections and gear them towards a larger proportion of winners. You're going to learn that we give you hot and cold tracks. This is also part of the information that you should use to determine which tracks to bet on. And Mike talks a little bit here about win, place, and exotics, what to do and what not to do. So let me go back to the top here and take you and show you where all the information is located. Here's the meat of the system under OSOP picks. So if you go into that section, you're going to be given the picks for that day. This page here is an archive of all the picks for the various days that we've had. What you want to do is click here, read full article, and for example, for the 29th, here are all the races that are occurring in North America. And these are all the horses that meet the OSOP criteria. So you could bet on any one of these horses in any of these races at these tracks. Now, a couple of things I want to point out here is that if you want to add some of your own criteria to determining which horses to bet on, you can click on the banner for that particular park. And if you click on the banner, it will take you to the park's website. And here you can get additional information such as what the track is like, what the weather is like, and other things that you might want to use in whatever system that you've been using in the past. So we've made it real easy for you by giving you the links right there. So that's an added feature. We've tried to make it as easy as possible for you to use our system. Now, some of the other things that are available on the backside. Of course, the results are available on the results page. So again, click this link, read full article, to get the results for the previous day. So this page will give you the results for all these various racetracks. You can always click on these banners to get to the website of the particular park. Now, let's see what else is here. Backside replays. This is kind of a fun section here. Once in a while we have a really outstanding race or something that stands out about the race, and we put the videos here for you to check out. So you can watch the videos, leave your comment if you like, but some of these races are really fun to watch, and we put that there once in a while. Not every day, of course, but only if the race was special in some way. Hot tracks. So hot tracks are listed every 2 weeks. The latest one that we have lists the hot tracks that occurred between April 1st and April 15th. And if you click the read full article here, you'll see a quick rundown of all the tracks that were the hottest tracks and some of the things that Mike feels are important for you to know. So this ought to be part of your decision-making criteria on which tracks to bet on. So take a look at that as well. You'll also notice that we have cold tracks here. So if you go to the cold tracks page and see what the cold tracks are for the past 2 weeks, they'll be listed here. So again, cold tracks and hot tracks ought to be part of the criteria that you use to determine which tracks to bet on. So you ought to get familiar with this area as well. Exotic stats. These are the exotic stats for that same time frame, and you'll find this listed twice every month. There's a lot of information here. I've shown you all the information that's in the backside, but there's also Profit Parlay, which is kind of a money management system that you might want to take a look at in your free time. These are the bonuses that are included with the oldest system on the planet system. You can take a look at those bonuses and review them at your leisure. This is not crucial, but it's just part of the benefits that you're getting by buying into this system. The training videos are really good, all done by Mike. You should definitely check these out. But as I stated earlier, the OSOP example, the first one, is the most important one for you to take a look at. Tiebreakers and the twist teaches you everything about how the system works, how our money management system works, how to do live racing. So if you go to TwinSpire's Live Racing, you're going to see a real life example of an actual set of races that Mike bet on. So you can see him in action live. So that's the formula and the strategy example that you can emulate yourself when you make bets online. Also want to let you know that we have a forum. Feel free to come in here and ask any questions that you might have and introduce yourself. We are monitoring the posts that are on here, and you might also be able to learn a thing or two from some of the previous posts. This is relatively new, so as time goes on, more and more posts and more information will be here. What we wanted to create is a community of all the folks that are using the backside and the entire system. And those folks can go in here and discuss the various aspects of the system and ask questions to each other as well as to us. You can always contact us through this Contact Us page or through the forum. If you have any questions, feel free to do that. And again, welcome to the backside. The most important thing in our view is for you to enjoy yourself, really have a good time. Don't take yourself too seriously. You're going to have some setbacks, but if you stick with the system, you stick with the money management system, you stick with the picks, you're going to make out well over the long run. Like Mike likes to say, we'll see you at the windows. All the best, guys. Take care.